Paradise Sessions with Marky P.
Don't want to change it.
With Marky P.
Yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, those who are not quite sure, new listeners, voyeurs, those who are not quite sure where they live, who they are, what they're doing and why, because it's early. How are you doing? I just want to say a very big thank you for all of you that tuned in last night, new listeners as well. So to Sarah, how you doing? And to a lot of the guys tuning in. Now, last night was different to what my normal flavour is, of course. It was an MTD London special, and there was, of course, some fantastic tracks that are in there. Next week, of course, as I've just done that jingle, it will be, of course, none other than the awesome Paradise Sessions returns to Wednesday. So, as you know, or don't know, what I normally do is I do a rotation on my shows. So Funk Odyssey is going to be doing the funky, soulful, jazzy licks that I normally whack in there. Hip Hop and Non-Stopping is, of course, like a ode to the old school, a bit of a journey, a bit of an education, and a bit of reminiscence back to the day when we were young children. Well, young enough to actually not have any cares or a mortgage. And then, of course, the Paradise Sessions. Now, for those of you that are tuning into this video, Funky Flyer, for the first time, the Paradise Sessions is basically a concept that has been played with for quite some time with quite a few different radio stations. It's something that is very close to my heart because of the type of music that actually came out of it. Now, it's based around, and what I'm basing it on, it is the playlists and music that came out of the Paradise Garage in New York between the years of 1978 and 87, which were absolutely the hottest years, and it was kind of like the evolution of house music and how house music was born. A lot of people saying no it wasn't, but believe it or not, Paradise Garage was actually was responsible for a lot of the evolution of house and kind of taking it from underground disco to house. And they're actually saying, did disco die? Disco's never died. It literally just went underground and was re-sprouted and born as house. Well, a lot of it was anyway. There is still some disco out there. There's still some funky disco house as well. Funky, I would say probably funky house is probably closer to disco, and soulful is the smoochy stuff. So that's what the journey is, and what I do is I have access to a number of playlists played by Frankie Knuckles, by Larry Levan, by a number of the DJs that were in and around that time at the Paradise Garage, which predominantly was a gay club in New York, which at the time it was really quite, I think the word was controversial, playing certain types of music. It was predominantly for a black and Hispanic audience, but the evolution of that actually, people all of a sudden started hearing this and said, oh, I like this, why aren't we playing this on our stations? And ironically, it actually wasn't played a lot, and it was the same thing with hip hop. For me, I know it's a strange thing, but there's a lot of these controversies in and around that type of music and hip hop as well. Because essentially a lot of the samples and the feel actually came from that type of music, and was put into that genre. So that was just a little bit about history, just in case, when you do sort of listen to these videos and say, what are they all about? Why does Marky P do them? And it is basically for that, sharing my passion and love of music, and just basically giving you a flavour of what we do on Soul City Grooves. As I say, last night was awesome. Dubsy did his thing and was absolutely fantastic from 6 till 8. I was, of course, on from 8 till 10. And it's Stacey B's sizzling bangers and slow jams. He's getting down and dirty. So do look for the podcast, djmarkyp.podomatic.com or staceyb@podomatic.com, I believe. We will post the links up on the Soul City Grooves radio page. And if you have a look on our profiles on the page, you'll see them there too. Also, I'm on Mixcloud as well, so there's a number of those that are in and around there. So, of course, tonight is the return of JJ, the DJ. He, unfortunately, is on stage. Well, it's not unfortunate, it's very fortunate, in fact, because that's what JJ does. JJ is on stage tonight, so unfortunately, he can't be in his thespian pants doing his show. So Martin will be kick-starting from 8 PM with the Soul Sessions. Another show well worth checking out, the Soul Sessions with Martin Shaw. And then the Soul Sessions after that will be none other than the legend that is 1/3 of the Smooth Grooves crew. Scott Saville will be in the saddle. Yes, so we're going to call this show Saville's Saddle. Hey, Scotty, I've got a new name for your show. Jump in the Saville's Saddle. Yeah, I know. Saville's Saddle. It's easier written down and said, I think. Friday, what we're doing is Stacey B is not around on Friday, unfortunately due to work commitments. But we are trying to get Connie to stream live from the Water Lounge from 9 o'clock. So that's 9 till 2. That'll be a mammoth session with DJ Connie down there at the Water Lounge, doing only what Connie does. Absolutely fantastic. So, people, I will be back to give you a Thank Funk It's Friday message. I am wrapped up like an Eskimo, because in the forest it was really foggy this morning. And, well, all I can say is you have a fantastic, safe and warm day. Make sure that you keep your thermals on. Winter drawers are definitely on. Peace and light, Marky P. That away on the funky fly in the Funkmobile. See ya.